All right. So we recording, right? Let me do this part real quick. I'm gonna try to do it through try to go through it one time. Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to Knicks Versus. So Knicks Versus is a snapshot into hot topics that concern our Knicks. I'm your man, I'm your host, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by my brother from another mother, Woodshed 1914, and by YouTube sensation and Lawrence Tears debate champ, Chuck B. So in this Knicks format, we take on one hot topic that's facing the Knicks fan base, right? And that one hot topic today is the Knicks versus the Knicks eternal optimists. So I'll start this by saying I'm going to pass it to Chuck B first to get Chuck B's take on Chuck B. Why are Knicks fans so optimistic about Emmanuel Quickly?
Because we've been without a point guard for the longest, and anytime we get a sniff of something positive, we hold on to it. So they're quick to make Quickly a point guard, but he's actually a combo guard. So it's just the hunger to have that point guard that we haven't had since Marbury.
So what do you say to people that say the offense ran better with Quickly on the floor?
I would say the ball moved more because Peyton holds it more than the other point guards. But I wouldn't say it necessarily ran better. I would say it ran faster.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. So what you think about Quickly at point guard? Don't come on here saying that Quickly ain't a point guard, bro. Don't do the optimist like that. Don't do the optimist like that.
I think the biggest thing is really the same as what Chuck B said.
Oh!
It's not about how good he's been. It's about how bad everybody else has been. When you're talking about Emmanuel Quickly, if he can produce anything as far as being the first guard off the bench, that's a plus because you didn't take him early in the first round. You got him late in the first round, so that's a plus. That he can help in that format in that way. But I think that the reason people are optimistic is the point guard position has been so bad. And I won't say that the offense has run better with him on the court. I think that what we lose in translation sometimes is backups play against backups. We've had him out there early in some games, and he ain't looked as good. So he's going to need some time in the oven.
You hurt in the heart of the optimist, right? So y'all take on Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly is not a starting level point guard. And he may not even be in the mix of the point guard rotation going forward.
Well, he definitely not a starting level point guard, but there's aspects of his game that screams out shooting guard, right? Even though Tibbs don't run a offense that you really need a point guard, but there's certain aspects of the game where point guard come into play. And that's where you see Quickly's flaws as being a point guard.
So what are you telling Knicks optimists right now, man? The optimistic Knicks fan, what are you telling them?
We need a point guard.
So I'm telling them the search ain't over yet.
Exactly.
The search ain't over yet. I need to see way more before I'm saying, okay, we good at point guard. You know what I mean? Because the opportunity hasn't really been given to him to run the team like that. But in the flashes I've seen more of a combo guard that can come off the bench. They can give you a quick 10 points in the quarter if you need it. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm not seeing somebody that we roll the ball out and say, hey, man, you got to run the team.
Oh, yeah.
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So y'all say Emmanuel Quickly is not a point guard.
Facts.
All right. So what do you say to the Knicks optimists that say RJ Barrett is going to be a super duper mega star?
Sorry.
Chuck B, go ahead and start. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, sorry to tell y'all. you could take all the super stuff off that. He ain't going to be a star, period. It's hard to thrive without a shot or without a jump shot,
right?
Unless you're a dominant post player. And his strength is driving, but his weakness is finishing. So when you put those two together, they cancel each other out. So where he get his points from is in the paint, but he's not good in the paint. So him becoming a star would have to mean he found a jump shot somewhere, or he developed dominant post moves. But he still would have to finish with those post moves. So I don't see a star. I see a role player.
Are you telling Knicks optimists that R.J. Barrett, their prized possession, is a role player?
Yes, his future is a role player.
Oh my God!
I won't quite say role player. The game of basketball is so hard when you can't shoot effectively. It's just so hard to be productive when you don't have a good outside shot. And going all the way back throughout his career, he's never had that. But the one player I keep saying I can see his career mirroring, barring a transcending his jump shot, is Caron Butler. And in Caron Butler's prime, he was an all-star. He made a couple all-star games to give you 20 points, 6 or 7 rebounds, and about 5 assists. I can see RJ getting to that, not Jimmy Butler, but Caron Butler point, unless his jump shot improves. He has some verticality to his game. He's not a leaper, but he can get up a little bit. He's a tough player. He can rebound. Pretty good at passing. His defense is getting better, but it's just so hard, man, to project stardom with that shot, man.
So basically what y'all are telling Knicks optimists and the optimistic Knicks fan, they're hard to come by. What y'all are telling them is that Quickly is a bench player, basically, and RJ Barrett is a role player, possibly high upside starter.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Based on what I see today, yes.
All right. So the optimists are gonna watch this video and be pissed. So now I'm gonna ask y'all one other question, and I didn't want to bring it up to y'all because I wanted to kind of get your initial reactions to the question. So in my heart, I feel like Tom Thibodeau is gonna give us the Larry Brown experience.
Oh.
So with that said, just real quick, if we could just keep it to a 1-minute answer, what are y'all vibes on Tom Thibodeau? And I'll let Wood go first and Chuck led off with the other 2 questions.
Woo! I'll tell you this: the Knicks will have maybe 1 or 2 wins without him right now. I think that Tom Thibodeau is going to refuse to lose, and what that's going to call for is going to call for a trade. I don't think he's going to be willing to sit here and slowly rebuild over 3 or 4 years. So I think we're going to see a trade coming, and you're going to see these young players, getting some burn because we need their value as high as possible.
So the Larry Brown experience. So basically the Larry Brown experience. The roster is not good enough, and the old man is not patient enough to wait.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, Chuck B.
Well, I think he's gonna run his guys into the ground because his rotation is short, and he played Randall and RJ big minutes, and I don't see that changing because there's no replacements for them when they go to the bench. Like you need Randall's output on the court the whole time because the offense runs through him. So I could see him burning Randall out. And I think he's stubborn to a fault, the way he do his rotations. Like a guy could be hot and he'll still pull him at the 2-minute mark every game. So no matter how they cooking, like he just did it with Knox. But I think guys like DSJ won't get no play. And I don't think Quickly earned the minutes that he's getting based on his play recently. But the stubbornness of Tibbs will keep running him out there instead of seeing what someone like DSJ got, for example.
All right. So one last thing before we go. So Knicks fans, we ain't gonna talk you to death. We just want to get on here and talk to y'all about Knicks versus something. So this is a segment, right? Knicks versus, right? And if you have topics that you want us to discuss, or if you want to come on and chop it up about a specific topic, Knicks versus, for example, the Knicks versus Brooklyn Nets. Not in a game. I'm talking about overall footprint for New York, as an example. Knicks versus the fluctuating Eastern Conference. Knicks versus other teams in free agency. Knicks versus other teams in the draft. So the possibilities are endless, right? So we're only going to do this so the shows are going to be short. We know everybody is busy, but these topics are too hot to get mixed up in a live stream and where you hear a certain topic. We want to make sure these topics are distinct and give you exactly what it is that you want to hear. So we're going to do these segments on hot topics. Knicks versus. If you have any ideas that you want to share, hit me up on Twitter at Big Freezy on Twitter, right? At Big Freezy on Twitter. Thanks to Woodshed 1914, my brother from another mother. Thanks for the YouTube sensation, the Lawrence Tears debate champ, Chuck B, for coming through. We're gonna continue to do this as much as we can. This is our first episode. Give us your feedback on it on Twitter or in the comment section below. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Peace.
Peace.